I really don't know him.
We'll sit here till you get him on the phone.
I don't know the guy, man. I'm not even from here. I'm from Portales.
Oh, you think I'm playing? I'm not playing.
No, you're serious, sir. I know you are.
Okay, well then get off your bike and sit right there. Take your helmet off.
I don't know the guy. I swear to God.
Give me your driver's license, insurance, and registration for the bike, and I'll figure out if I'm going to tow it, because y'all are riding together, coming down Prince, heading south, riding side by side, but all of a sudden you don't know him. And then, let me finish talking. And then, y'all pull up together, and he splits off right over here. But you don't know him. You better.
I don't even know why he split off, because like I didn't even see anything. I was at the light and he came up and he was next to me, and there was another motorcycle, like bicycle, came in front of us, and he took off, and then I don't know where that guy went.
Okay, well, get what I asked you for.
At the next light, I didn't even see him at the next light.
You're done talking. Just get what I asked you for. Because I don't put up with people fleeing.
I wasn't running.
You weren't running because you know the person that was with you. Insurance, registration.
I have two of them. I'm not sure if that one was mine.
Shouldn't be carrying two licenses on you as well.
One of them was mailed.
You better get your phone out and start calling them. Time's ticking.
What's that? I don't even have his number, man. I don't know the guy.
So y'all just automatically, randomly meet up, come down Prince. Well,
I was at Family Dollar and I seen that guy pass by, and I hopped on my bike to try to catch up to him. And then I caught him next to him. I just said, "What's up?" to the guy, and then he took off. I really don't know him.
Do you know how much sense that makes? And how much that doesn't add up at all?
I was just trying to find him down. I was trying to meet him, but I didn't ever get to talk to him or nothing.
You haven't got the insurance that I asked for.
It's on my girlfriend's phone. I don't know how to get to it.
No, so you're riding and you don't have the provided documents that you need to ride the bike.
I wasn't expecting to get pulled over or nothing.
It doesn't matter if you're expecting to get pulled over or not. You're supposed to have that on you. What type of bike does he drive?
I didn't even know. It looks like a black one or something. I really don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. It looks like a newer one, maybe.
So I'm supposed to believe you?
I really don't know.
You just met the guy 20 seconds before, and you come down this way, you want to ride down Prince, and the way that he flees to, you come right back to the area where he fled. How much sense does that make?
I don't even know where I was going. I was trying to go out of town.
You're trying to go out of town. You know which way is out of town. Down Prince where you're headed. But then you circle back the way that where he comes. I mean, you can be honest and say that you know him, but if you want to sit here and lie, I'm going to give you everything that I can give you, right? Continue lying. It's just going to make it worse for you. You don't know him well. But you just said you were trying to meet him. So continue lying. I'm listening.
I'll be completely honest with you, alright? No more lies, no more shit. I met the guy at the gas station. I never met him before. I was getting gas. He said if I wanted to roll through town with him, I was like, yeah, well, I'm going home anyways. I'll go through Prince with you. We went through Prince, and then he split off. I didn't see him, and I saw him turn right, Like, I don't know his name. Nothing like that. But I swear to God, that's...
He didn't say where he lived?
No, sir, I don't know anything about that. Where he lives, I don't even know his name.
Y'all didn't exchange any information.
No, sir. We're just going for a ride together, just friends.
That's how you meet random people out here?
Well, I see them on bikes. Like, if I see them on bike, I'll try to go say what's up to them and see where they're headed. And I was already headed home, so I wasn't really trying to stick around over here.
But then you just went out of your way to stick around over here. This is not home. This is the complete opposite way.
I seen him turn, so I tried to follow where he went. I couldn't find him. That's the truth.
Okay.
That's all I'm just gonna say.
Now it's the truth after 10 minutes.
Deputy Johnson detains Mr. Tipton for several minutes as he interrogates him about the other rider. Under Supreme Court precedent, an officer may lawfully extend a traffic stop only if the extension is supported by independent reasonable suspicion of additional criminal activity by the detainee. Although the Supreme Court held in the 2009 case of Arizona versus Johnson that officers are permitted to ask questions regarding matters unrelated to the justification for the traffic stop, such inquiries cannot quote-unquote measurably extend the duration of the stop. Similarly, in the 2015 case of Rodriguez versus United States, the court concluded that a traffic stop becomes unlawful if it is prolonged beyond the time that is reasonably required to complete the so-called mission of determining whether to issue a traffic ticket and performing other traffic-related tasks. The court specifically rejected the argument that an officer who completes all traffic-related tasks quickly should earn so-called extra time to pursue unrelated criminal investigations. Here, Deputy Johnson clearly extended the traffic stop to question Mr. Tipton about the other rider. And because citizens are not legally obligated to assist officers in their investigations, a court would likely conclude that this extension was unlawful, as there does not appear to be any evidence supporting reasonable suspicion of criminal activity by Mr. Tipton.
So I still don't feel like that's the truth. So I'll let you think on the truth, because I don't feel like that's the truth, because it took you 10 minutes to tell the truth finally, right? It took you 10 minutes to tell the truth. If you can just grow up and be a man about it and tell the truth, I can work with you. But if you want to sit here and keep lying about it, I'm not going to work with you. So I'll give you a few more minutes to think about your decisions, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, if you want to continue lying to me and doing all that, because I know the truth, we'll go from there. But I don't take getting lied to very good. You can lie to everybody else, but I don't like getting lied to. Especially when you've already been caught. There's no sense in keep on lying. Right, you're caught. I got your keys. You're not going nowhere. I got your ID. I know who you are.
I'm not trying to be a nuisance or...
I'm 10-4. Clear for 190 New Mexico. So your bike?
Yes, sir.
How long you owned it?
Maybe like 6-7 months.
How many times you been pulled over on it?
This is my first time.
First time. That's what we do.
I've been trying not to speed or do nothing like that on it.
Well, when you're driving stupid through town in a well-populated area,
I was driving stupid?
why do you think I just turn around? You think I just turn around for no reason?
I was driving fine.
You think I just turn around for no reason?
I wasn't doing nothing crazy, or I wasn't
Go ahead.
speeding. I was swerving.
You think I just turn around just to turn around? You think I just love...
I think you probably saw that other guy doing whatever he was doing. I didn't see that he was doing though, but...
So I'm debating on towing your motorcycle or not right now. That's what I'm debating on. That's where I'm at. It'll be a long walk to Portales. You got someone to come pick you up?
Deputy Johnson states, that he is considering towing Mr. Tipton's motorcycle. Towing and impounding a vehicle constitutes a seizure of property under the Fourth Amendment. This means that like any seizure conducted by the police, the decision to tow a vehicle must be quote-unquote reasonable under the circumstances. In the 1976 case of South Dakota versus Opran, the Supreme Court held that police officers have the authority under the so-called community caretaking doctrine to seize from the streets vehicles that are impeding traffic or threatening public safety and convenience, such as removing disabled or illegally parked vehicles that jeopardize public safety or traffic flow. Courts also routinely recognize the authority of police to impound vehicles when the driver is arrested, and there's a legitimate justification for removing the vehicle from where it is located. In this instance, Deputy Johnson could potentially argue that towing the vehicle would serve a legitimate safety function as an uninsured motorcycle on the road poses a risk to other drivers. However, as Mr. Tipton explained, the motorcycle was insured and he merely lacked proof at the time. If Deputy Johnson followed through on his threat to tow the motorcycle, Mr. Tipton would have a strong argument that the seizure was unconstitutional, particularly in light of the fact that Deputy Johnson appeared to be motivated by retribution rather than a bona fide concern for public safety.
Telling me, because I just find this very odd. You're telling me you met someone at a gas station, didn't even get their first name. Hey, bro, you want to ride?
I'm sure he told me his name, but I don't remember it.
Well, I guess we're just going to sit here and we're going to act dumb.
I really don't know his name, man.
Okay, well, I guess you're about to get every citation I can think of then. And then I'll think about towing the bike. Because I don't play games like that, okay?
I know, sir, you're serious. I just don't know the guy. I told you the truth. I just met him.
No, you told me the truth after 10 minutes. Right? You bullshit with me as soon as I got out with you. And then you want to tell me the truth. That's what you did. So you can backtrack you saying that you told me the truth. You told me the truth after 10 minutes. Right?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right, because it's all on camera. I know I'm right.
I really don't know. Like, I literally just met him. I don't know his name. I don't even know what bike that was.
It's kind of unfortunate for you, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even from here. I don't even know the guy.
Well, you're going to get cited for reckless driving.
I am.
No insurance. Let's see. Do you have a motorcycle endorsement? You have a motorcycle endorsement. No, well, you lied to me about everything already, so.
Dude, I don't know him, man. Come on.
No, it's fine. You've lied to me, and then y'all want to flee, so it's fine.
Flee?
And y'all want to flee, and then you come back here. Do you want to go to jail for fleeing?
Dude.
We can go to jail for fleeing, or you can just get a citation for reckless driving. Which one?
Man, I'll take the ticket, but...
That's what I figured. You want to just take the ticket, or we can go to jail.
I didn't really do nothing, though, man.
We can take the ticket, or we can go to jail. If you want to go to jail, we can go ahead and hop on up. Okay, then I'll give you the ticket for reckless.
Deputy Johnson informs Mr. Tipton that he can either write him a ticket for reckless driving or he can go to jail for quote-unquote fleeing. Section 66-8-113 of the New Mexico statutes defines the offense of reckless driving, prohibiting driving quote-unquote carelessly and heedlessly, so as to disregard the rights or safety of others by driving at a speed or in a manner that likely endangers people or property. This typically involves driving behavior that poses a clear safety threat, such as running a stop sign or red light, weaving in and out of traffic, or driving on the wrong side of the road. However, the dashcam video shows both motorcyclists driving reasonably and appearing to keep pace with the cars around them. Accordingly, it is highly unlikely that a court would conclude that Deputy Johnson even had probable cause to believe that Mr. Tipton had committed reckless driving. Now, as for a potential fleeing charge, Section 30-22- one of the New Mexico statutes, which codifies the offense of resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer, criminalizes both intentionally fleeing or evading an officer who is attempting an arrest or detention and willfully refusing to bring a vehicle to a stop after a uniformed officer gives a signal to do so. However, the dash cam shows that although it took Deputy Johnson a while to find Mr. Tipton stopped his motorcycle as soon as Deputy Johnson pulled behind him after completing a U-turn. This footage makes it highly unlikely that a court would conclude that Deputy Johnson had probable cause to charge Mr. Tipton with fleeing.
You haven't been cool with me. If you had been cool with me, you would have stopped as soon as my lights came on way up there instead of having me drive half a mile down here and then y'all take off.
I didn't even see your lights, to be honest.
Didn't see my lights, but y'all accelerated at a high rate of speed. This thing right here, you see that? Was running and saw y'all take off. You see this thing right here? Been on the whole entire time since I've been out here talking to you. So it captured everything. Before I turned my lights on, before I turned around on y'all, it captured everything that y'all did. It goes back 2 minutes. Loops 2 minutes back. So my lights didn't have to be on to see what y'all were doing. It caught what y'all were doing prior to that. So, like I said, if you want to get him up here and get him on the phone.
I don't know the guy. If I had his number.
You're just going to ride around Clovis. No destination. Destination unknown. What's your intention for today? That's a question. It's not an incriminating question, so I can ask you a question.
What my intentions were today?
Yeah, you're just going to ride around Clovis all day today. Destination unknown.
Yeah, I came up here by myself, came to get gas. I was just going for a ride. It was nice, and that was it, man.
Okay. Well, if you happen to see him later on, when you get released from this traffic stop, and get your tickets, and go back to wherever you're getting, and he wants to be a man and come up and talk to me, or report to the police department, we can work on it from there. But if he wants to continue being however he's being, it's still going to go the way it's going. Well, it looks like you need to pick better people that you don't know to hang out with. I mean, I
literally just met up with the guy going to town.
I don't meet up with random people. I find that odd. All right, you're getting 1 citation for reckless driving, okay? You said you have insurance. You need to provide that when you go to court. You have a court date on or before by November 20th here in Clovis, New Mexico at 221 Powell Street. You need to contact the court on or before by that day. If you do not contact them on or before by that day, you will have a warrant out for your arrest for a traffic infraction. Do you understand? On this traffic infraction, the citation is going to state everything. Your name, your address, the information, your driver's license information, the bike's information, the time, the date, where I noticed the infraction at, and all that. Any questions? Okay, if you sign down here at the bottom, it's not an admission of guilt. Just stating that you're going to take care of this. If you sign where the X is, where it says signature, and I'll give you your copy. You're getting the 1 citation for reckless driving. I'm not going to give you the citation for insurance. You're stating you have insurance. You need to bring that insurance with you to court and show them that you have it. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You meet back up with your buddy. I would like to speak to him. There's your copy. Please make it to court. Like I said, if you do not make it to court or contact the court, you will have a warrant out for your arrest. Don't drive through this city or county going like that. Next time.
What was I doing?
Next time, I'm going to tow the vehicle. Sorry, the motorcycle. The motorcycle is a vehicle. Next time I will tow it and I will take you to jail for reckless driving. Do you understand?
On your camera or on that, you got me reckless driving?
It'll show it in court when you show up to court. I'll bring the dash cam and body camera to court.
Okay.
Roadside is not for court or argument, but you're getting cited for reckless driving. Along with your friend, he will get cited for reckless driving. or he'd get a whole other slew of charges. He'd honestly get taken to jail. But if he would want to show up and or talk to me, that would be a whole lot easier. Any questions?
I didn't know that guy, man.
Okay, well, don't go through this town or county reckless driving, and you won't get a reckless driving ticket. Again, the roadside's not for argument. If you want to argue it, show up to court and argue your option, okay? Any other questions? You're free to go. I would suggest going home, because if I see you doing it again, I'm going to tow your bike and I'm going to take you to jail.
I say you're not.
I really don't care about your opinion, but I can just take you to jail right now if you want me to. You'll get the same thing and you'll have to sit in there for 3 days. I don't care. I care about the public safety, and when you're out here putting the public safety at risk, that's what I care about, okay? I don't care if you're a criminal or not, okay? You're out here and your friend or whoever that you say that is, y'all are putting the public safety at risk, driving like complete assholes, okay? I just stopped another bike and y'all are doing the same exact thing as him. Y'all are driving crazy. If y'all would drive like normal citizens down this road, we'd be A-okay, but y'all want to drive crazy and put other people at risk and yourself, and when something happens, y'all want to blame everybody else for, oh, these people don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to everybody else, get on your bike, and you can depart the county. Go do that in Roosevelt County. Don't do it in Curry County. I don't care if you think I'm a cool cop or not, but hey, you're going to get that citation. I can write you 2 more if you want me to. You're silent. That's what I thought. You can take your 1 citation and you can depart. I'll stand here till you depart so you don't get hit.
Mr. Tipton fought the reckless driving charge, and on February 3rd, 2025, the case against him was dismissed without prejudice by the prosecutor. Mr. Tipton has indicated that he has retained legal representation and is pursuing a civil rights lawsuit. He has started a GoFundMe to cover the cost of his legal fees, and I've included a link to his campaign in the description below. Overall, Deputy Johnson gets an F for effectuating a traffic stop with no lawful basis, blatantly misrepresenting the facts of the encounter to justify criminal charges, and for maintaining a threatening, hostile, and confrontational attitude throughout the encounter. Deputy Johnson's actions appear to have been primarily driven by personal indignation rather than legitimate, lawful suspicion. The dashcam footage makes clear that Mr. Tipton was driving normally when he initially passed the deputy and pulled over immediately when the deputy initiated the traffic stop. There was no observable reckless driving or any indication of evasion, but Deputy Johnson insisted that Mr. Tipton was driving dangerously and attempting to flee from him. The deputy went on to prolong the stop and attempt to forcibly coerce Mr. Tipton into providing information about the other motorcyclist. Regardless of whether or not Mr. Tipton actually knew the other rider, he was under no legal obligation to assist Deputy Johnson in his investigation, and the deputy's repeated efforts to force Mr. Tipton to divulge information about the second motorcyclist demonstrates a concerning lack of respect for constitutional boundaries. The deputy also threatened to unlawfully seize Mr. Tipton's private property under the pretense of a community caretaking function, despite knowing the bike was not impeding traffic or presenting a public hazard. Taken together, Deputy Johnson's conduct demonstrates a total disregard for the Fourth Amendment and a brazen willingness to mischaracterize facts to punish noncompliance. This interaction highlights how discretionary authority, when untethered from evidence or legal restraint, can quickly become a tool for coercion rather than justice, and how easily the appearance of lawfulness can be used to justify acts of personal retaliation. Mr. Tipton gets an A- because although he could have exercised his right to silence more diligently, he remained calm and collected throughout the encounter, complied with the deputy's commands to the best of his ability, and followed up this interaction with the proper legal action. Despite being falsely accused of erratic driving and threatened to have his property seized for refusing to provide information he did not possess, Mr. Tipton remained remarkably calm and compliant. While he didn't exercise his right to remain silent as effectively as he could have, his temperament reflected an instinct for de-escalation rather than defiance. and it appeared as though he was making a concerted effort to dispel Deputy Johnson's suspicions. Mr. Tipton answered questions, kept his tone measured, and made no attempt to obstruct or interfere with the deputy's investigation. Despite the overt hostility and dubious legal claims being leveled against him, rather than attempting to litigate the encounter roadside, Mr. Tipton accepted the citation and addressed the matter through the courts. That choice not only demonstrated a respect for process, but also positioned him to expose the misconduct for what it was. The dismissal of the charge validates that approach. Furthermore, his decision to share the footage publicly and pursue a civil rights lawsuit reflects a broader concern for accountability, not just personal vindication. I commend Mr. Tipton for maintaining a principled and effective response in the face of clear misconduct and for using the tools available to him to calmly and methodically seek justice. Again, if you would like to support Mr. Tipton's lawsuit, you can find a link to his GoFundMe in the description below. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below.